Hi guys, what's up? Welcome. How's it going? How are you? For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a TJ Maxx predictions video. So I like to make these videos, I would say on average every single month. But the last one that I made was actually 2 months ago, so I felt like we were, due. I have my really cute friends notebook that actually one of you guys sent out to my PO box, and I absolutely love it. You know how addicted I am to friends. So yeah, I have my list of products in here that I wrote down a few days ago. So if you guys are new to a TJ Maxx predictions video, it's basically where I discuss pretty hot makeup items that I personally think is going to be at TJ Maxx. My personal TJ Maxx is currently not open. I know that all the boroughs are probably going to be last, which makes sense. But let me know, by the way, where you live and like the state. You don't have to let me know your address, but like where you live and if your TJ Maxx is open, just so I have a little bit of an idea, because I don't mind driving to New Jersey like once the store opens, or like Long Island or stuff like that. It's not really that far. But yeah, that's just a side thing. I did want to speak about 10-ish items that I personally think will be at TJ Maxx. If there are any items that you guys think will be at TJ Maxx, then definitely let me know in the comments below. I love making these videos because I won't say that there's a fly here. I won't say that I'm right all the time. I mean, how could I really know? But I would say I think that I'm 80% right to the most part, sometimes even 90% right. And it honestly, it feels so good to be like, oh, I know this is gonna be a TJ Maxx, and then you see it there, it's like, oh, I cannot believe this. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty exciting. Also, I have to say that I feel like a lot of items are just going to TJ Maxx, just going, gone. I don't know if it's because of everything that had happened in the past 2-3 months with the economy and all of that, but I'm pretty sure it probably has a little bit to do with that. Anyway, I'm going to leave my previous TJ Maxx predictions video linked down below, and we're going to go ahead and get started with this one. I'm so excited. All right. Where is it? Okay, so firstly I wanted to speak about this right here from Marc Jacobs. This is the iconic multi-finish eyeshadow palette in Extravagance. It says here limited gold edition. This is so beautiful. I wanted to speak about this in my yes, no, maybe so video, but I figured it would make more sense to speak about it here. It's definitely a palette that caught my attention, and when I saw it like released, I was like, oh, no way. No freaking way. I love the color story of this. I think that these shades look good on so many different skin tones. There's a selection of matte and metallics in here, and it's retailing for $49.50. Personally, I feel like it's going to be at TJ Maxx because I find that a lot of Marc Jacobs limited edition collections end up being at TJ Maxx, and then also, we did find, I think the Stiletto, I think that's what it's called, palette at TJ Maxx a few months back. And then after that, I just saw a lot more Marc Jacobs. So I feel like with a lot of products, I feel like it'll be at Sephora and Ulta for a little while. And then like 3-4 months later, like we'll just see it at TJ Maxx, which I'm fine with that for certain products. Like I don't have to purchase every single thing that releases right away. I don't mind waiting a few months and then getting it for a reduced price tag. If this does end up being at TJ Maxx, I'm thinking it would probably be $19.99. I think that's how much the other palette was. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this product here from Touch in Sol. We have seen a few products from the Touch in Sol brand. We saw the No Pore Blend Primer, the under eye like primer thing as well. But I think that the Metallist Sparkling Foil eyeshadows are going to be at TJ Maxx. So these are super, super high shine. Kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow shadows. There are only 7 shades in the line. Most of these shades are pretty neutral, like golds. We have golds, we have burgundy shades, brownie type of shades. Just really gorgeous. I remember testing these out in the store, and they were like when you swatch them, like the swatch could go from here to all the way down here because they're so like highly pigmented and they look really pretty on the eyes. I think they're slightly a bit more like than the ColourPop ones. They're both really nice, but this is like a little bit like you know. So these have been in the sales section of Sephora's site for the longest time. Original value of these are $18, but they're on sale for $13 at the current moment. Most of the shades are sold out, and I think that, once it's sold out, I don't think that it's going to be an item that's going to keep coming to Sephora. I also feel like a lot of the times, like what am I saying now? A lot of the times when items will be in the sales section of Sephora, they will also have those items be at Marshalls and TJ Maxx because they're trying to get rid of stock. It's with this specific pigment, I think that they do want to make moves pretty quickly, so they're putting some in the sales section, but I also feel like they're going to be at TJ Maxx and Marshalls because this is the kind of item that like it does have a shelf life in a way. I feel like all makeup does, but with some other items, you can kind of like go past the shelf life. But with these, it's a kind of product that you have to use in a specific time span. Otherwise, it's just not gonna perform as well. And I don't think the brand wants that, you know what I mean? So I could totally see this hitting TJ Maxx shelves very soon. And honestly, I did want to purchase a few from Sephora, But in my head, I'm like, but it's gonna be at TJ Maxx. Like, this is an item that I'm like 99.999% sure it's gonna be at TJ. Then I want to speak to you guys about the Marc Jacobs and Eymard High Shine nail polishes. Original value of these polishes are 18 bucks, but they're on sale for 12. I only tried one nail polish from the Marc Jacobs line. It was a yellow color. I remember I got it on sale, not even at TJ, but I think on Marc Jacobs' site. I felt so cool, so bougie. I don't know if all of his polishes were like that, but that one sucked. Like, it sucked so bad. It chipped really quickly. There was barely any pigmentation to it, and I mean, I at least thought there would be like full-on pigmentation, 2 coats and you're done, but maybe it was more like a sheer wash of like color. I don't know. It fell really short for me. So that was my experience with one of his polishes. I'm not saying that all of his polishes are like that, but I am finding that a lot of his polishes are on sale on Sephora's site from the $18 to $12, and that is leading me to believe that we will end up seeing these at TJ Maxx. Also, we have been seeing a lot of like duos of the Marc Jacobs nail polishes. I don't think we've seen singular ones yet, but I feel like they're going to be hitting the TJ Maxx and Marshall's shelves very soon, and I actually would pick up a few singular ones depending on how much they would cost. I think the duo packs are usually 10 bucks. Maybe the singular ones would probably be like $6.99. I would try it a few more just to see like what they're about, because like I said, the one that I tried was terrible. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about the Sephora and Moschino collection. So in this collection we have cream highlighters, we have a eyeshadow palette that looks like a laptop, really cute, and then we also have liquid lipsticks as well as a liquid like liner, and then a mask. So all of these items are on sale for pretty much half off. Like the palette used to be 60, now it's 30. The highlighters used to be 36, now they're 18, so they're pretty much all half off. These have been on sale for the longest time, as long as I could remember. They did come out, I want to say, 1 year ago to date. The reason why I think these are going to be at TJ, with this one I feel like I might be pushing it a little bit, but the reason why I'm thinking it might be there is because we've been seeing a lot of like Sephora collection products. It was a pretty new thing, I should say, that started maybe like, not 3 months ago, because that's when everything started, maybe like 6-ish months ago. Like I remember seeing I think brush cleaner, a few of these Sephora collection brushes that they collaborated with, like Hakuhodo and all of that. So that's leading me to believe that this is going to end up being at TJ Maxx. Also with these products, I feel like they just have so much that they just need to have it scattered around, so they're not going to go bad and people are actually going to purchase it when they're at TJ Maxx for the reduced price tag. Next we have this right here from Ciate London. This is the Jessica Rabbit Glow Highlighter. Original value 32, but it's actually in the sales section of Sephora's site for 26. With this one also, it's been on sale for the longest time. I was actually really intrigued by this, but I just never ended up purchasing it. I'll tell you, with Ciate London, I don't feel like we find a ton from their brand, but occasionally we'll find like a blush, or yeah, I think just a blush. That's what I remember finding from them. For me, I'm thinking to myself, even though we don't see much from this brand there, honestly, even going onto Sephora's site, so many of their items are actually in the sales section. So I feel like it's just what's the word? It's just a matter of time. Like I feel like I need to give this a little bit more time, and then we'll see more and more Ciate London products there. So yeah, I feel like that's definitely going to be there because it was also limited edition, and I feel like there was a vibe maybe when it came out, but now I don't know if there is the same vibe. Then I think that the Ciate London Jessica Rabbit eyeshadow palette is also going to be on sale. For this specific product, I think it's going to be there because it's from the collection and it's not doing as well, but then also the reviews on this are pretty bad. A lot of the times items that end up being at TJ are items that, you know, either they're limited edition, or they're not as popular anymore, or they're just not the best quality. So I definitely think that that's going to be there sometime soon. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about the Too Faced Papaya palette. Now with this one, let me tell you. So this right here retails for 34 bucks. Too Faced literally released it maybe like a month and a half ago, and I want to say 2 weeks after that it was on sale, and I still think that it's actually currently on sale. So we did see the, I think, pineapple and the other palettes from this line at TJ Maxx and at Marshall's fairly recently, like when they closed down pretty much before everything started. So that's definitely leading me to believe that this is going to end up being there. I did not purchase this for the full price tag, and I did not purchase it for the sale price tag. If I see it at TJ Maxx, I probably will purchase it because I love the color story, and these palettes do smell amazing. But I was just so surprised to see it being released for like the full price tag, 34 bucks, and then on sale like almost immediately. Like, I'm thinking to myself, of those who purchased this palette for the full price tag and then saw it on sale almost immediately after, like what was going on in their head? I feel so bad. I don't know. It's like just make it 17 to begin with. I don't know. So yeah, I have really, really high hopes for that one. With that one, I feel like it's gonna be a TJ, like not 99.9%, like honestly 100%. Okay, next I wanted to speak to you guys about these shadows from Lime Crime. So they're actually not on sale at all. They're available on Ulta's website, retailing for $16 each. And I mentioned this quite a few times, but I love finding singular eyeshadows that I could use as highlighters. So I picked up the lightest shade that they had in this line, which was called Airy. And I'll tell you what it is. A lot of the times we will see Lime Crime at TJ Maxx. Also with this brand, it's a matter of time, and then we'll see a bunch of their stuff there. With Lime Crime, it's like a specific time period. It's not like we'll always see their stuff there like ABH or Too Faced. It's like, you know, for like 3 weeks straight Lime Crime, and then you won't see them for another like 7 months. You know what I'm saying? So I purchased one of these a few months ago, and I wanted to use this as like a highlighter. And I don't know, I was just thinking to myself, I can't see one using this perfectly in a highlighter way or even as like an eyeshadow. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to use. And for $16, it's a little bit like pricey, I would say, for how much work needs to kind of go into this. And it's at a 3.5 stars. So some people are loving it, some people are not. If I would find this at TJ for $7.99, I would probably purchase a few. I think the shades that they have are absolutely gorgeous, and I would want to try to make this work, but for $16, knowing how much work needs to be put into this, they're very, very, very PC. Like, this is the ultimate definition of a PC makeup product. So yeah, for that reason, I personally feel like it's not doing as well. I don't see it as an item that many would go crazy over. That's why I feel like this might end up being at TJ Maxx next time we see a swarm of Lime Crime products entering that store. Okay, and then finally, I wanted to speak to you guys about these. So I have such a feeling that these are definitely gonna end up being at TJ Maxx. Like, I want to say I'm gonna be 100% right about this one, but you know what? Again, who knows really? So these are from ABH. These are the Noir eyeshadow palettes. The reason why so basically she has volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I think that's pretty much it. She also has the small 9-pan palettes that they actually happen to be on sale currently at the moment, but I think the small ones are going to be there, but I'm going to specifically focus on the bigger ones right now. The bigger palettes have 25 shadows in each. I own the volume 1, which has more like purpley, red tone, pinky type of shades. Volume 2 has blue tone shades, pretty much blues and greens. Volume 3 has orangey reddish shades, and then volume 4 is the newest one to release. This one has like a little bit more of like cool tone type of shades, reddish and pinks. My friend Leah loves this palette. She did a review and look on this palette, and it's so pretty. It really, really is very nice. I think that this one is probably the best seller, like compared to the other ones. But yeah, the reason why I think these are going to be on sale is because, first off, I feel like we found so many other ABH palettes at TJ Maxx in the past few months. I know we found the Alyssa Edwards palette there, the Riviera palette, the Subculture palette, and I'm pretty sure we found one other one. One second, the Sultry palette, yeah, we found that as well. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my other TJ predictions video that we're gonna find the Jackie Aina palette and then the Carly Bible palette, mainly because both of those have been on super sale for the longest time ever, especially the Carly Bible palette. So it would be pretty cool to find those there. The reason why I think these are gonna end up being at TJ Maxx is because I just find that I found that the first 3, they released one after the other, and I feel like we weren't really able to enjoy like the depth of what each palette has to offer, you know? So volume 1 release, we're like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then like, I want to say less than a month later, volume 2, and it's like, whoa. And then 3, and then volume 4 released months later. You know how like sometimes when there's too much of something, it loses its like value in a way? Not that these really lost their value or anything, but like, I don't know, like even like working out consistently, but if you do the same workouts every single time, it probably won't be as effective. You gotta switch it up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like with these palettes as well. It was like way too much, way too fast, and it was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, this is how I personally felt. I don't know if you guys felt like this too. It was kind of like after the first and second came out, then the third one, I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? If I would find these at TJ Maxx for the reduced price tag, I would probably purchase these. They retail for $60 each, but I think that if we find them at TJ, they'll probably be maybe 25 or 30, which I think is much better. I do own volume 1 and I like it. I'm not obsessed with it. I find that I could create really nice looks with it. It does stain the eye, which is fine because they are pigments, so it makes sense, and they're pinkier, purpley toned shades, so again, it makes sense. But yeah, I'm thinking to myself, it's not a palette that I use super consistently, and it's not one that I run to right away. I feel like the shades are also like, they don't blend as smoothly as some of the other regular like ABH palettes, which is fine. They're still very workable and you can create beautiful looks with them. But since they release like so much so fast, like they lost what they could have really been. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I think I explained it correctly, but yeah, I could see these hitting TJ Maxx stores maybe at the end of the summer, because also a lot of these shades are more like summery in a way. I don't know about volume 4, but definitely 2 and 3. Probably for sure number 3. So yeah, that's my little theory on those palettes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's move over to the side. That's pretty much it. Those are pretty much most of the items that I wanted to speak to you guys about. Again, I don't know if these are 100% true, but I have a good gut feeling that they're going to end up being at TJ Maxx. Let me know what your TJ Maxx makeup predictions or skincare predictions are. I would love to know. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.